Hello, this is Sophia Ligel, and I want to welcome you to the Path of Empower Love if you're new to my channel and my videos and the information that I share and I bring forward. And today, I've been wanting to share this message. It's been a few days, and I recorded something, and then right after I recorded, the energy keeps moving and growing and expanding, and the message keeps expanding, and in a way, deepening. And so finally, yesterday, I went for a beautiful walk, and in the forest. I live in nature here where I live. And we had a storm. I'm sure those who are on the West Coast and on the Northern Hemisphere have received the storm as well. And so finally the wind stopped. And so yesterday was a beautiful day. I ended up going to the ocean and jumping in the ocean, which is really a way to recalibrate for me. And finally this morning in my meditation, I just got the words. So they are here for you. And it all speaks about light. It speaks that you are an energetic being of light. It speaks that the part of the awakening that we are going through on the planet right now is that you are a light being, and there's an awakening of the heart, awakening of the spirit, of your divine nature, and how to live your life from this space, from this inner dimension of that you are an expression of the divine, and that you, I, and we all have the ability and opportunity to create and experience and to create from light, from non-form into form. And so the piece that I wanted to share about is that um, part of my work is bringing the universal language of light and just helping people to tune into their own language of light. For if you're new to the universal language of light, is the language of your soul, and it's therefore the language of source. All life speaks this language. Everybody understands this language at a soul level. And because the universal language of light, just as love, it's an energy that unites and creates harmony, because the universe at its core and its essence, there is energy of order, of harmony and balance with all things and between all things and in all things. And so the piece that I share usually when I bring the universal language of light forward is that it's a way how my guides explain it to me. And so I usually explain, when that universal remote control came forward, and you were able to, with the one remote control, this is back in the day. For the younger ones, you won't have heard of this. So the universal control, basically, you could use one control for your TV, your radio, your VCR, for everything. So in a way, it's like the universal radio that it tunes to the satellite, and you have access to the radios in Japan, in Australia, in Italy, in Canada, in Argentina, in wherever you are. From wherever you are, you have access of all. And so I would usually explain that the universal language of light is that remote control. And the deeper understanding is that you are that remote control. You are that radio. You are that universal radio. And the piece here is that your boundaries are in direct relationship with your awareness of choice. And this is your freedom. You are free to tune in to whatever frequency you want. All the frequencies are available to you. Just like, the creation of a chair was always available to us. And then there's a level of waveform or light form that, or consciousness that one reaches an access and have access to. You tune into the radio, and then that comes, and then you take the action and begin the creation. And then if you need to learn a skill or so on, you do it to bring that energy into form. So kind of coming back into full circle from the infinite to the finite, creating from non-form to form. And so bringing it back into the understanding of your freedom. Your freedom is your awareness of choice. You're a choice in every single moment of your life. You're a choice. There is sometimes the forgetfulness that you are choosing. Whatever you're choosing in your life came from a choice. There is always a priority. You're either if you're staying, for example, if you're staying in a job that you don't like, that's still your choice. Perhaps your priority is that to be the one that brings money to your home and your family, and the well-being of your family is a priority. So today that is most important to you, and so you're choosing to stay in this job because your priority is providing for your family. And yet this awareness of being a choice is what, in the way that you reclaim your power, because you're bringing your freedom back into yourself. And this can be applied nowadays in every single way in your life, and all the choices just coming from the parameter that you have your choice. And so what you're choosing, so your freedom is in direct connection with your awareness of choice. Sometimes there are places where we are not aware that we're making a choice. And so bringing your awareness, how am I choosing this circumstance? And so in that, you're bringing your power back and restoring your power and it can be you're still making the same choice, but you're making that choice through your awareness, through your conscious awareness. So then you can reclaim your power again. And so from the frequency that you're tuning in, so let's say you are the universal remote control, from that frequency that you're tuning in, the radio, the TV, the VCR, love, freedom, creation, creativity, family, career, whatever that frequency that you're tuning in, from there you create. So as you're tuning from the energy, let's say, of love, you create from that energy. And all the choices that you make are based from the filter of love. If you tune into the energy, let's say, of frustration, and you begin to create from the energy of frustration, your belief systems, and because you're seeing the world, yourself, and others through the lens of frustration, your creation is gonna be through that energy. So in a way, what we're learning is to master different frequencies and energies. So we are to coming down this journey of coming down from the head into the heart. And at the heart center, One is tuning to the emotions, to the energy through the emotions, and what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what feels expanding, what feels contracting. And so that's why life, in a way, is calling us to slow down so we can return home to self, to the self, to your body, to your experience, and therefore to the present moment. And so, coming back to this piece about frequency, how depending on the frequency that you're tuning in to, you're creating because you have come here to create. Um, life, you didn't come to life to be tested. That's been part of our conditioning, and that's the understanding of life through that conditioning of going to school and being tested, to getting it right and getting it wrong. If you get it right, you're approved. If you get it wrong, you're disapproved. And that whole programming or conditioning creates the programming. So that conditioning creates the programming of approving myself, disapproving myself, gaining value or losing value because of what I have or what I do, what I get right, what I get wrong. And so I know I'm sharing a lot here. And so bringing you back again to this idea and this sense that as you tune into an energy, you have come here to create. So as you tune into a frequency, you create from that frequency. There's no right or wrong frequency. It's not right or wrong, it's just the choice that you're making. You're choosing consciously or unconsciously, creating from an energy frequency. If it's you creating from the frequency of love, creating from the frequency of frustration, whatever frequency you're tuning in and creating, that's the frequency you're choosing to create from and understand and master in a way. And so this is a piece. There's no right or wrong frequency. It's only what we assign value and from the observer. If you assigned that struggle and just like very much of the stories we been conditioned, therefore programmed, that the hero goes out and fights and fights and fights and finally gets the victory. If you from your conditioning you made the meaning and you assign value to that, that is valuable in your life to struggle, and because it gives you a sense of power, and overcoming a challenge has been an opportunity for you to really validate the power that is within you, the capacity to overcome challenges. If that is valued within your system, within who you are, then it doesn't matter if you're tuning in to the energy of struggle and challenge, you're creating and mastering that frequency. And so you're creating from that frequency and from that lens, from the value that um, overcoming challenges, it's valuable to you. And so as you choose that frequency, you're creating and mastering that frequency. And so bringing the awareness, your freedom is that you are a choice, that you're choosing that frequency and creating and mastering that frequency. And so your freedom is in connection to your awareness of your choice, that you are a choice. So I hope that is bringing kind of a new level of understanding of yourself, of others, and life itself. And so, in this sense, I wanted to bring to just the information that comes to you as somebody's calling, let's say your phone rings, you look at your cell phone and you can say no to the person that's calling because XYZ, you're busy or you don't want to talk to the person. And so you don't answer. The same thing is about your boundaries, your energy And this is too your awareness of choice. What you're saying yes and what you're saying no, what you're subscribing, what energy you are accepting in and subscribing to that energy or not. And there's no right or wrong. Again, we're coming into a place of neutrality. The only one, the observers, is the one that assigns the meaning of right or wrong or good or bad. And that it's intrinsically connected to your own experience. If you have experienced something that created pain, and whatever you're seeing in life is activating that pain, then you're gonna have the resonance that you want to avoid that, that's bad because of your experience. In the way you're connecting to the energy and the meaning that you created about that energy. And it's resonating, the echo is resonating within you. So then you say no or yes. And so, how do I want to close this? Is that the degree of your freedom comes with the degree of your awareness that you are a choice and that you're choosing. What are you saying yes and what are you saying no? That's why coming home to yourself is the second most important step that I share about the path of empower love. The first one is connecting to the power of love within you and all around you, knowing that at your essence, that at the core of who you are is love, and everything at its essence, because everything is energy and light, it's love. And so from that place, once you connect to that power, then you return home to yourself because it feels safe to be in presence, in your connection with yourself, in your body, and in the present moment. From there, from your own presence and your power, you can look at what is happening, in your experience, and you can choose. Again, you can choose something different, or you can continue choosing the same thing from a level of deeper awareness and greater understanding about your life experience and yourself. And so I'm going to leave you with that. I hope that was helpful and that it adds and it contributes to a new level of understanding about yourself, others, and life. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.